Hello and welcome to our channel. Today we're going to be doing a Lowe's present hack. We saw these presents at Lowe's and they were $130 for 3 presents, so we thought we'd give it a try ourselves. We figured out the math on these and I think it cost us about $5 a present to make, so $15 altogether. We appreciate your support, so please hit subscribe and like. So here I'm just making some corner supports for our presents, just gluing on some paper onto cardboard to give them some strength. The squares themselves are 2 inches by 2 inches, and then I'll be folding them to make the corners. By making the corners, it gives the present a lot more stability and it sort of squares it up a lot easier. Once the squares have been cut, you'll fold them point to point once and then another time over again. Once the folding is done, you'll unfold them, make a cut down one of the folds to the center. Then you'll take a little dab of hot glue and put it on one of the edges and fold the other edge over top to make your corner. And you'll need 8 of those corner brackets. Then once the corners are done, you'll get some 1/4 inch dowel. I'm using these shears here to cut them, and you'll make them 10 inches long. So I measured 1 to 10 inches, then I'll use that as my template for the others and just mark them so they're about the same size. And you'll need 12 of those to make the frame for your present. Once those are all cut, you can begin assembling the corners with the frame. So you put a dab of glue down the seam and in the middle and start stacking your dowels. So you put 4 together to make one side of the present. Then you repeat the process again to make the other side. Once 2 squares are done, you'll take one of the squares, put a seam of glue down each corner, and put dowels in there to make the outside of the frame. Once that's complete, you'll take the other square, put glue in the corners, and put them on top of the other supports. According to our calculations, we're saving about $105 on this project. Check out some of our other videos to see how you too can save some money on projects. There, the box frame is made, and then we'll take another piece of dowel, sort of measure in between. We put this one in there because that's where the bow will be on top, so it just gives it a little bit of extra support and strength. And we'll have a starting point here, and we'll start to wrap it with our gauze. It will take about 2 rolls of this mesh ribbon to cover the present. And you can get that at any of your Dollarama, Dollar Trees, places like that. So as you see, we put the glue on the one side and secure the mesh, and then you'll put some glue down the side and on the other side, because you have to wait for it to dry a bit so you can pull it a little tight so it looks good. Then you'll repeat the same process, putting glue down the sides, and the key here is to keep it relatively tight. And of course you can use any color you like, blue, red, green. We're just using this white because it looked like a present and sort of matches Lowe's colors. And then you will leave the bottom open, so you're just wrapping 3 sides really. So glue it down and trim off the excess. And you'll want that open space below that other support bar on top, because that's where the bow's going, and underneath will be the hole where you can put the lights in. And the same goes on the other side, so you'll glue one end, wait for it to cool, wrap it around until you get to the bottom again. There, and once that half of the present is wrapped, we'll start and repeat the same process on the other half. For the glue, we're using a Gorilla hot glue. It works really well. We highly recommend it. There, and now the wrapping is done and it's time for the bow. And we've got this red ribbon at Dollarama for $1.25. And here's my assistant Harry, my supervisor, watching over my work. So for the ribbon part, you'll take your ribbon, you'll start at one end, go around the 3 sides, get the length that you need, cut it to size, and glue each corner and sort of crimp when you go around the corner on top. Right now I'm starting the bow of the ribbon. So to make the bows, you'll cut a length that you like, fold it in half, and then you'll glue in the center of each and glue the tips to the center. So there we go. We'll put the glue on the center, and that's how she's done. And there's our present with the ribbons wrapped around it. And to finish these bows, we'll glue them in an X, and we'll make a little circular middle part to give it that finished look. Yeah, so just put some glue in the middle. See, make a little X. Glue them down, then you'll put another dab of glue on top of that for the center of the bow. There, now that the bow is done, we'll put some glue in between the two ribbons and put that on an X sort of diagonal to the lines there so it gives a nice visual look. And there's our basic present, but to give it a little more pizzazz, we got this pick at Dollar Tree for $1.25, and we're going to put that on to give it a little more pizzazz. And there we go. That's the gift with everything on it. Now I'm just going to add a S-hook so that we can hang some lights inside. There's our finished present. I really like it. It's so cool. So how do you think our hack compares to Lowe's? Let us know in the comments below, and thanks for watching.